Two mega powers meeting here tonight.
The mega powers, brother.
The mega power.
Well, let's get into this the modern product. You know, it's been 2023, man, has been one of those years in wrestling. A lot has happened this year, I must say. I don't know. Maybe we'll go around. Start with Mekz, maybe. What's just your general thoughts on 2023 in wrestling for you?
Wrestling, like the in-ring product, just keeps getting better. Like it just keeps getting better. Like, and we have like even kind of our own sayings and stuff on the pod, but like we can see now that wrestling's not enough. Like it's like anyone can have a 4-star match, 5-star match, 6-star match at this point. Yeah. Like what else can you bring to the table? But it's not to kind of poo-poo those that are having 6-star, 5-star matches, because it's still incredible. You see what I mean? The products in terms of the shows are AEW's not at its best, but even at where it is right now, it's still a very good show week to week. Some of the best pay-per-views you'll see when they deliver. WWE has come on leaps and bounds since Mr. McMahon was in charge. Raw, it's still a 3-hour show, which is painful at times, but it's now like every week minimum, I would say probably about a 7 out of 10. You rarely get a Raw that drops below that at this point, which is a long place from where we were sometimes with Vince and stuff in charge. Of course, there's just more places to work. Post-pandemic, a lot of places have kind of come back to life, or new places have started up. Wrestlers are going all around the world for the paycheck now, and that's available to them. The quality of women's wrestling continues to improve. There's still, I guess, the fight for time on TV, and getting what they deserve. But just the overall quality, they're just doing some amazing stuff. It's just a really strong year of progress, and just putting certain people, certain places, certain people, certain products, are just kind of everyone's taking their shine. Look at next year, we're getting TNA back. You see what I mean? Like it's that taps into the nostalgia of some people that would have watched TNA. So it's just it's a really good time to be a wrestling fan. Wrestling fans are eating, as we say. Like they are the real winners in all of this.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Sire, what's your thoughts on 2023 on the whole?
Yeah, I agree with a lot with what was just said. I think we as the fans have won. I think it's been one of the most incredible years for me being a wrestling fan personally. We've got a banquet, a buffet of what you just said, 6-star, 5-star matches. I think we've seen one of the primest Brian Danielson, one of the best wrestler in the world, run this year, even with injuries. The storytelling has been some of the most compelling stuff that we were screaming for in 2014, 2015, on our landing on our eyes from a WWE screen. Do you know what I mean? It's exciting times, and I think 2023 has been one of the biggest stamp and landmarks for the trajectory for like the wrestling business environment, anything to do with wrestling, and it's just gonna propel into giving the fans what they want. It can actually happen. I think we got to be patient, but it can actually happen. And shout out to all the wrestlers, all the standouts. They've been working their arse off, giving us amazing shows. Like, I'm just grateful. Everyone working in the background and everything. But one of the most, oh my God moments, one of the most controversial moments in wrestling we've ever seen. And the CM Punk stuff has been just fantastic. He's returned like fucking, twice in 1 year. But do you know what I mean? You wouldn't say that a long time ago. Twice in 1 year he's returned. And I've been blessed enough to go to stadium shows and enjoy it with my friends. It's been one of the best wrestling years as a wrestling fan. That's what I got to say.
All right, cool, man. And Anarfi?
Yeah, man, definitely agree, man. We definitely, wrestling fans definitely been eating. I think I could officially say this year wrestling is actually back. Like, we're back in good we're back in a good season, I'll say, and I hope the season lasts for a very long time. We've witnessed greatness. We've witnessed Osprey and Omega twice. Both matches have been amazing. We've seen Cody and Roman Reigns. We've seen Bloodline fall out and literally make a new blood. It's crazy. We've seen a lot of stuff. Even CM Punk go to WWE. Even now, I'm still looking. I still feel like I'm still feel like this is a prank. Like it doesn't make sense to me. We've seen a lot happen this year, man, and I think this year has been a great year in wrestling. I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and I'm happy that I was able to experience a lot of the stuff real time and in real life as well. So, yeah. Man, appreciate it a lot.
Definitely, man. An incredible year. So let's jump into some lists, man. Let's have a bit of
Hold on. Before we go into this, what do you think, Scandus? Like your reflection of the year?
You know what? I'm curious to see when we look back on 2023. It's just like, what do we call this era? And has it surpassed the Attitude Era?
No, I can't. Everything surpassed the Attitude Era, man. Everything. I don't think Attitude Era was that good, man. I can't lie to you. Like those
everything logically surpasses the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
but it's how you grew up and what it made you feel and how you used to wrestling.
Ruthless Aggression Era, it's one of the best eras in terms of wrestling, bro. Like Benoit going on a madness, Randy Orton with the whole evolution thing, Brock Lesnar, Batista. I can't like the star power them times there, yeah, another level, man.
Guerrero. Come on.
The Attitude Era was only good because we were kids watching stuff we really shouldn't have been watching.
Yeah.
Right. But the product in terms of in-ring wrestling has come on leaps and bounds since the Attitude Era.
Yeah. And obviously how they treat the women as well. It's come on the
you
know. Yeah. But then the question still posed, man, what do we call this era?
So I think that maybe a couple years ago they were calling this era the reality era, innit?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're still there right now, but I guess that's the closest to it.
I can't lie, with the match we've had this year, this era might be called the out of this world era, fam, because this matches have been out of this world, fam.
Banger Badizio.
Banger Badizio era, fam. That's what you could call it, bro.
Banger Badizio, man. Let me get a suggestion from you, Sire. What do you think the this era should be called?
I'm gonna steal a line from Punk. Hell froze over era. You know what I mean? We got everything we wanted in 1 year in a lot of ways. I've even forgotten about the Sami Zayn face turn. Do you know what I mean? Some of the best moments in wrestling has happened this year. That's what I actually genuinely believe. If you really look at it, MJF's title run, Sami Zayn's face turn, a tag team championship main event in WrestleMania, CM Punk returning twice, coming back to WWE. One of the most, that's not a great moment, but one of the most incredible wrestlers ever being celebrated for his life, Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, even for
do you know what I mean? It's been an emotional, successful, beautiful, high-spun era. So hell froze over. I didn't think we'd get this like in my lifetime. I was such a cynic from like coming back in 2014, watching everything I was watching a 3-hour Raw in 2015 is surviving a lot, you know. I swear to God.
And who would have thought that they would have seen Sting wrestle in Wembley Stadium?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Or even do a AEW Wembley Stadium show in itself. Do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Yeah. That was crazy, man. All right, cool. So let's get into our should we do top 3 or top 5? What do you reckon?
I've done top 5 with some of mine. I've only
done written notes.
Just 2 or 3 lists.
I had notes, but my notes are somewhere else now, so I'm gonna have to try and go off the top. What are you saying?
Cool. I won't look at my notes. Fuck it, I ain't cheating.
Yeah. What you saying, Mekz?
Let's do top 3.
Top 3. All right, Mekz it top 3. Okay, cool, man. So let's look at the female division in WWE first. Our top 3 female superstars for 2023. You want to kick this one off, Mekz?
Rhea Ripley, number 1 for sure. She's just a terrific character. Probably spent more time developing her character than, you know, really defending that title and making the title mean something. But she's coming into that right now, sort of thing. So I don't mind it. But yeah, she's been great. Number 2, I would probably say it's been a good year for Io Sky. moving out of Bailey's shadow somewhat, and you know, really we still kind of looking at the character, and this damage control stuff is going to help, but just getting back to basics, which is the graps, and showing people she is one of the best female wrestlers in the world. Yeah, so I'll put Io Sky number 2, and number 3 I'll probably give it to Becky Lynch.
Okay.
And it's just alone for her NXT title run, and what it did over that, I can't even remember how long it was, say it's 6 weeks. That period of just, I'm wrestling as many women on NXT, SmackDown, Raw as I can to just showcase their talents because they don't get enough TV time. All of a sudden, we have the likes of Tegan Knox on TV every week now. We're Natalia on TV every week now. What's that? What's the girl's name?
Tiffany Stratton.
Not Tiffany Stratton. The
It's
Asian lady from SmackDown.
Oh,
Kylie.
Kylie.
Who?
Was it Xia Li?
Xia Li,
yeah,
that's the one.
Xia Li,
Sorry. Yeah, Xia Li. Yeah, she just bringing bare people to the forefront, bringing bare people opportunities. The title run wasn't shoddy in itself. She went from there into War Games. Before War Games, she did the whole program with Trish Stratus, which probably lasted a bit too long, but it was good work between her, Trish Stratus, and made another star in Zoe Stark. Like, this is what she should be doing at this point of her career, especially when it's outside of, you know, WrestleMania season. What else am I going to do now? I'm already Becky Lynch. Like, why don't I just put over the whole roster? Like, yeah, it's just she is doing what I think a lot of people always ask, you know, what does Charlotte Flair do for this division? Like, Becky Lynch is actually here trying to help these other women. So yeah, Becky Lynch third for me.
Okay, right. So Sire, let me switch it up for you, bro. What would you say would your top 3 female wrestlers on AEW?
I mean, it's very easy. The first one that comes to my head. So if you ask me across both, Toni Storm hits the top of the list straight away. Like the character work, the display, bro, I love it. That's my. She funny as shit. Do you know what I mean? When she said "chin up, tits south" and just threw a shoe at this girl, yeah, I was like, I'm hooked. You got me. The wrestling work has been compelling in the ring as well. It hasn't been like out of this world, but it's been, you know, decent enough. And at least it can be a bit over the top, but maybe it says a lot about the AEW women's division at the moment and the lack of attention and time that it got at the moment, that this is what stands out for me. But I think the character work's been fantastic and the development. The other two, I mean, is there much to like draw from at the moment? I mean, the feud. I mean, if you were asking me if across all boards, I would say Io Sky and Trish Stratus, because I was very impressed with Trish's comeback. But nah, man. Paige won the title at Wembley, I guess. That was a moment, but she didn't really do anything. I would say, what's the House of Blacks lady's name again?
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart. Yeah, she's done fantastic work as well. It's been a slow boil, but like now I feel like it's coming to fruition. Britt Baker's a ghost. I mean, the feud, I can't really choose another one, you know. I think I've only got 2.
Okay.
Am I forgetting anyone in AEW? Like, honestly, I'll put it to the crowd.
I would say Athena. I guess it's Ring of
Athena,
Honor, AEW. She's been brilliant. She's held the women's Ring of Honor women's title for a year. She's made that title more important than it has ever been. She's carrying that entire show on her back because they don't know what they're doing with booking it. So yeah, it's quote unquote the minor leagues, but she's doing a great job.
I mean, I would argue that's a really good point, but for me, that's Ring of Honor. I haven't seen her on AEW screening.
That's fair.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I can't. Yeah, Tony Khan really needs to sort it out, man, a little bit when it comes to the women's storytelling. Nothing needs to always be for the flipping title. It can just be a blood feud. You know what I mean? Swerve and Hangman Adam Page was a fantastic blood feud, and it just made sense. It fit. You gave him one promo, and it just hatched. There's so many women in AEW you can do that for.
Yeah, man. And my theory with Tony Khan, man, he to me personally, he books based on metrics. Like if the women are not drawing like the numbers, then they get even less time. That's the way I've always seen it with him, man. You know, they get their little segment and that's about it. And I don't know, man. Long term, I don't think that's gonna work out for them, as we've seen, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
That's my answer, man.
Anarfi, let me ask you about tag teams on both brands. Do you have a top three for 2023?
I think tag teams I've enjoyed watching this year, both brands. I'll say one of them being Creed Brothers. They've been putting out bangers of matches, man. Every match has been exciting. Every match has been good. I did enjoy Adam Cole and MJF. This is before the whole devil thing came up. They were good. That I think devil thing or butcher, I don't know, but yeah, before the whole devil thing, they were good, man. They were fun to watch. And finally, trying to think of one. I put Judgment Day there, man. Finn and Damien Priest. They've been great. I think Damien Priest has been great the whole year. To be honest, since the whole Backlash Puerto Rico show, he's always come out. He's always done the business, done what he needs to do, and it's just made things exciting. Finn as well also added on to the whole Judgment Day sort of faction. Like they've both been great. So I say those are my three favorite of this year.
Right. Okay.
That I enjoyed watching.
Man. All right, guys. So, Mekz, I'm gonna go into WWE pay-per-views or premium live events this year. What would you say would your top three premium live events for 2023?
This year, WrestleMania. I mean, it might be taxed because we were there, but it's incredible. Like, it's honestly just an incredible event. And 2 nights, the first night, the main event on the first night was excellent of the tag team match. You had Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio is absolutely slept on. I don't hear enough people talk about how great that match was.
Do you think the cinnamon toasty kind of like spoiled it a bit?
I didn't
Not
clock
at
it.
all. Not for me. I mean, I saw it, but like even from like Dom's entrance coming in with the feds and everything like that, I keep comparing it to like it's like a telenovela. Them being Spanish, or Hispanic, like it was literally just the whole drama of the family and everything involved. Like I just thought they absolutely nailed it. Obviously the main event, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, all the bells and whistles that stopped Cody finishing the story at the time. Charlotte and Flair versus Rhea Ripley, incredible match. Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, incredible match. Yeah, there was just a lot of good stuff on that show, man. What else? The Royal Rumble, I think was fantastic as well. Gunther had an incredible showing in that. We saw obviously Cody take the spoils at the end. Then we got the main event with Reigns and Kevin Owens and all the drama after it with Sami Zayn, which was just the chair shot heard around the world to Roman Reigns. What's a third pay-per-view?
Backlash, Survivor Series.
I wouldn't say so, not for myself.
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel. I think I enjoyed Money in the Bank. We done a watch party for Money in the Bank, didn't we? Yeah, Money in the Bank was pretty good. Damian Priest, I think, is definitely one to watch, and I need him to cash in that briefcase. I can't remember. Io Sky walked out as well. So yeah, Money in the Bank, I'd probably say was my third one.
Okay, nice. Sire, same question to you, but with AEW, man. What would you say were the top three AEW pay-per-views this year?
I can't even remember the card. If it was up to me, it'd be Revolution, All In, and All Out, probably. Because I was at All Out, so biased, even though I couldn't see shit. I was like,
what about Wrestle Dream? Did you enjoy Wrestle Dream? That's an Edge debuted.
Wrestle Dream was October, was that?
Yeah, October was like literally a week. Oh wait, no.
Which was the one where Hangman Page drank blood?
Full Gear.
That's the Full Gear was cold. Yeah.
Full Gear was fantastic. You also had let's start with Full Gear. Full Gear was Hangman Page versus Swerve. You also had the rematch between John Moxley and Orange Cassidy.
Yeah,
You had the title match was underwhelming. I'll be honest with you, because
MJF and Jay White.
Jay
The
White,
whole
yeah.
leg thing,
but
yeah.
I give it some slack, because that's actually pretty incredible if he did dislocate his hip and was working an injury the entire time. But those two matches stood out for me. Those are the two I was looking forward to as well. Bryan Danielson didn't compete in that match, did he? All In was the last pay-per-view. No, was it All In?
Wrestle
Dream, he wrestled against ZSJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but there was a strap match between him and Ricky, right?
That was on TV, I think. That was on
Collision. Yeah, Collision.
No, man. Oh, no, that was the Texas Death Match. The strap match was a fill-in for CM Punk. That was All In.
Oh, All Out.
All out. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you said it was on Full Gear.
Yeah. Which is crazy that pay-per-view was 1 week after All In.
Bro, I don't know how they done it, fam.
They're gonna do it again. They plan to do it again.
Yeah, it's because he's doing the bank holiday here and Labor Day there, and they're gonna stick to the tradition of it, which is risky in terms of the build. But yeah, I'll go for. I'm gonna finish my list quickly. All Out. I keep getting them too confused. All Out. Full Gear. And I'm going to say Revolution, because Daniel Bryan versus MJF was the best Iron Man match I've ever seen in my life. Fantastic. Yeah, those three.
I hear that, man. All right, okay. Anarfi, I want to get your top 3 wrestling matches.
This year. Heck. All right, cool. Where do we start? I think, okay, number one. I'm probably gonna have to give it to Will Ospreay and Kenny. One Wrestle Kingdom 17. I enjoyed that one more than. Actually, wait, that's it. Wait.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Forbidden Door. Which one do you like?
No, I enjoyed. Sorry, Forbidden Door. Wrestle number 2. I enjoyed that one more than number 1. I think that one was proper sick. The fact that Will got his cut, like the revenge and all that sort of stuff, was the whole story of it was great. Second from that, I enjoyed the Bad Bunny and Damon Priest match. That match I could watch again and again. That was good. And finally,
Bad Bunny surprised you though that he could hold down like a head.
Do you know what it is? I already know what Bad Bunny could do, but it was when he was going through tables and shit, and I was like, "Oh, crazy!" Yeah. That's when I was like, "Yeah, this guy is ready for it." And lastly, I don't want to put this there, but I slightly like the Logan Paul and Seth Rollins match
at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that match was good, man.
It was a good match. Yeah.
That match was great, man. Great match. But that also, obviously, that's just I think that I could as an honorable mention. But I think another, like, if I were to replace that, it would probably be like Swerve and Adam Page, the Texas Death Match. That was something else.
Yeah.
I thought my soul come out my body and sit next to me and say, "Lord, what the fuck are you watching?" Honestly, bro. The whole blood in that. I kept on saying on the stream, bro, this is demonic, bro.
Do you know what? I had this theory, man. I wasn't convinced that was his actual blood.
It was.
That was blood, but
it was his blood. But then again, you could definitely spit it out. Man, people suck blood at people's head all the time anyway, or people's cuts anyway, and spit it out. So it's calm.
Well,
we were saying that he must have taken blood thinners before the match.
Yeah.
That too, but he definitely got tested before he tried.
Yeah, they had to do Hep C testing for sure.
100%.
For sure.
And you know what's interesting, right? Because AEW's had like exploding barbed wire matches and all sorts of crazy gimmick matches. But that match, as simple as it was, just came across as the most violent match they've ever done.
Yeah.
Ever, arguably.
You know what it is though? It's they built it to that point as well. Like to think that these man had a great match literally the month before Wrestle Dream, and the feud was so hot, it was just so mad that they had to go straight to Texas Death Match and do what they did to each other. Like it's once you step into in the feud, once you step into a man's house and start talking to his baby in his house, where do you go? Like you have to call for the barbed wire and glass and all of them things. So
didn't even have an entrance song, just ran in and bust man up.
Trust me. If I had to remember a match that was like violent that made me itch as well, I remember Kenny had a match with Moxley and they took off the rope, took off the the ring. They took off the mattress from the ring. They went through the glass. Do you remember that? They had like a
Early AEW. That's like
early AEW. That
2019. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
bro. And after Mox,
What did they call
Kenny
it? Lights
died.
out match. The lights out
Lights
match.
out match, bro. That match was
Yeah,
terrible. No, I mean terrible. I mean terrible in a good way. It was like it was just made me feel
yeah,
weird,
yeah.
fam. Yeah,
Tingly feelings, man.
yeah, bro.
But speaking of Swerve and Hangman, man, as far as they went in that match, do you believe that feud is over, or do you think they're gonna run it back again?
I think they run it back once Swerve becomes champion.
Yeah. I think Hangman said it in his like interaction with MJF on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna make sure you don't get the thing you want the most, and that almost means like for me, he might even cost him the title like last minute. And Hangman might be the devil. I don't know, but yeah, it goes in line with being a heel if he's the devil and he fucks with Swerve's title.
Okay.
All
Is
right.
there another match of the year contender which Anarfi hasn't mentioned, Sire or Mekz?
Oh, this is match of the year contenders. Also, I thought it was a match that I enjoyed.
Like, yeah, okay, that you enjoyed the most, or match of the year, either one.
You mentioned Will Kenny 2. I would say Will Kenny 1. I would say MJF and Danielson at Revolution as well.
Gunter, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus.
Sami and
for
Roman.
sure.
Sami and Roman was one of the best face displays I've seen in ever at Elimination Chamber.
That one is just the story drove the match. You couldn't look away from it because the story was just too much. So yeah,
Still can be there.
Yeah, I'd probably throw in, just for shock factor alone, when Jey Uso pinned Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank.
Oh, that was mental, fam.
That was It wasn't a great match. It was not the best match to show a non-wrestling fan, which is what I did at Portugal. And you were just like, bro, what is this shit? Okay, wow, big deal.
Right.
It was a good last 5 minutes before the finish.
Yeah.
And to throw in a women's match, I would say Charlotte and Rhea Ripley at Mania.
100%, man. Cool.
Oh yeah. I would say CM Punk versus Samoa Joe too.
That was great.
That was a very good match. Yeah.
Cool. The main one, that we got to talk about. I think, what would we say is our wrestler of the year? And I want to take one for the male wrestler and female wrestler, and I guess we can cover all the promotions. So let me start with you, Anarfi, man. Who would you say is the wrestler of the year for you, like male and female?
Rest of the year. You gotta come back to me, bro. I can't think of one right now. But,
All right, cool. I'm gonna pose that question to Mekz.
Male wrestler of the year, I think, is Will Ospreay. Just too many bangers. Like, it's just incredible. Like, and he's literally going everywhere and giving everyone bangers, giving people 5-star matches. Like, his consistency is it's so high. The level is too high right now. So yeah, I would argue he's got match of the year on what? That match happened on the 4th of January.
Yeah.
And he's held match of the year since then.
Wow.
and no one's beating him. So yeah, he's incredible. Women's wrestler of the year. Honorable mention to Athena, because I think she has literally, carried an entire promotion on her back. But I'm going to give it to Rhea Ripley just because she's on the biggest stage. She's in the biggest stories, like faction stories on TV. Incredible. She's an incredible wrestler. This last year where she's kind of really morphed into this character that won the Royal Rumble, had that incredible match with Charlotte at WrestleMania, and just carried this new title as well. Now she's really getting into the groove of defending it. We hear her every week. Like, she needs to show these women that this is her division. She's just on a very, very special run right now. Running, that men's faction. I don't care if she lets Damian Priest say he's the boss. She's the boss. She's running it. So yeah, Rhea Ripley for me.
Okay. All right. Cool. Sire, who is it for you?
I'll start with the best female wrestler of the year. I'm gonna actually agree. Rhea Ripley has been the best, and I know I did a list earlier.
Yeah.
I think I said I did the AOW one, and I would have chosen EO and Trish. Don't know what I was thinking. One of those would have gone. It would have been Rhea Ripley for similar reasons. She's been on the. Yes, she hasn't had a lot of like wrestling contention, which is compelling to watch in the ring. I mean, she had the match with Charlotte. I thought Selena Vega match in Puerto Rico was amazing as well. But yeah, she stood up tall and been almost the most like the protagonist character in the Judgment Day. Almost the first thing we've really seen since China, where she's telling man them what to fucking do. Do you know what I mean? In like DX. So like, I love that shit, and she's very believable. She's funny as fuck, man. Even on the like live shows, she's like waving and doing some funny shit all the time, flirting with what's the ring announcer's name?
Samantha Irvin.
Samantha Irvin, yeah.
Yeah, flirting with, that's funny as shit. And she's funny on Twitter. She's just like actually ticked all the boxes apart, and it's not her fault that she hasn't been booked with challenging opponents. But wherever she's like stood up, she stood up.
Yeah.
So that's one. This one's hard, you know. I did make a list here. I'm not gonna say who I'm gonna say who I choose, but out of everyone, it was like MJF, Swerve, Orange Cassidy, Christian Cage, LA Knight, Sami Zayn, and Gunther, and Daniel Bryan. And I got no clue. But between the three that are telling me to choose one, it's either MJF, Swerve, or Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan ain't been about, but he's had my favorite matches.
Yeah.
MJF has had the most longevity, but Swerve is just the most exciting thing on screen at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I've been most excited to see Swerve this whole year, every time. So I'm going to pick Swerve.
And Prince Nana. Just
I'm Prince Nana, of course, man. How dare I? How dare I? Yeah.
All right, cool, man. All right, Anarfi, are you ready?
Yeah. So
I
was torn between War Ospreay and Gunther. But if I'm gonna go with someone, I think Gunther has had an amazing year. I've enjoyed every single match he's had this year. Obviously, I've enjoyed Ospreay, but you know, just to level it out a bit, Gunther has really done bits this year, man. Every match has been sick, and I feel like he's won every match differently. Obviously, you probably get like the same thing, but yeah, he won every match differently. To this day, I don't know what he finishes.
Oh wow,
I can't actually see what he finishes. He beats people up. I think Women of the Year has to be definitely Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has done bits, man. Even for mention, I think forget me if I'm wrong, did she power slam? Did she clothesline someone? A man? She done something to someone this year, or she had a face on. She's done bad shit this year. That's crazy.
She's banged Kevin Owens a few times.
She hit Kevin Owens and Akira Tozawa. Yeah, she does something to Akira Tozawa as well. So I gotta give it to her, man. She's worked hard this year, man, and she's young as well, bro. She's very young, and the fact that she's running shit, man. Even when she stands up to these men, like she stood up to flipping Damien Priest on Monday, and I was even getting shook for Damien Priest rather than getting shook for her, bro. Like it's crazy.
Wicked.
But yeah, she has to definitely win that.
All right, cool. Final two. Mekz, who are we saying is the most improved wrestler this year?
Most improved.
He's
That's a
really
good one. You know what? I'll man and woman. I'm giving just straight off the top of my head without really thinking. Dominic Mysterio.
Yes,
I think has been so good this year, helped by obviously all that experience within the Judgment Day he's around, like the partnership / relationship, whatever it is, or whatever it is that between him and Rhea Ripley has been great. Just giving him something to bounce off. The crowd kind of giving him something to feed off as well with the booing, and that's been consistent, whether it's been piped in to some degree or real or whatever the case is. And just in the ring, like no one's talking about him as he's before it's always like, oh, he's Rey Mysterio's son, that's how he got his opportunity, which might be right, but at the end of the day he has to still stay there, and he's doing what it takes to stay there. He's performing well, he's being safe, he's been a good on-screen character. So Dominic Mysterio for the guys. For the women, I'm going to give it to Julia Hart in AEW House of Black. This run that she went on like out of nowhere, they were like saying every week 20 wins, 20 straight wins, 21 straight wins, 22 straight wins. Went for the title the first time round, the TBS title, fell short. Went, deeper into her little bag of juju tricks and stuff like that. Come back, won the TBS title the second time. Her presentation looks great. She is like, am I right in thinking she's the first singles champion in House of Black, which is absolutely crazy
Yeah,
because I think them man have been largely underwhelming anyway. They've won trios and this and that, but largely they've been underwhelming. She's been great. So yeah, Julia Hart.
Okay, cool. Sire, most improved in 2023.
I mean, most improved is on the WWE side. I would say it's between Dom and Jey Uso, because like Jey, he's the man who pinned Roman Reigns. He competed in the first main event tag team title match on WrestleMania after holding the titles for the longest. Then fought Roman Reigns at SummerSlam to finally like display a full birth of his single run, even though the small little main event that was like a sideman run. This is like a single run. And only now, because I still got my reservations about a single run, I think it's only got a certain amount of ceiling, because I don't think I'll ever buy into the like same standard of main event as like Rock, Stone Cold, CM Punk, where I'm saying singles competitor. But actually, for the last 3 weeks, I'm actually moving over to the side of proper buying into him possibly being taken seriously as a single person. So because I've said a lot about Jey, and Dom has already said, I'm going to say Jey Uso.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's one more in it I got to give. Does it have to be a female, or is it anyone?
Yeah, just one female, but I guess there might not be like a big pool to pick from. But anyone stand out? Julia Hart again.
Julia Hart's the most improved in all of it. I mean, I do agree with someone's point about Becky. I feel like I didn't know what direction they would put Becky in apart from rinse and repeat. And that NXT run has been fantastic. So that's like an improvement in terms of a development or an extra shade to her character.
Yeah.
So if I had to choose between Julia Hart and Becky, if I'm lent more towards it, I'll choose Julia Hart. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And finally, Anarfi.
I definitely have to get to Dominic, man. Dominic has surprised me this year a lot. The fact that he's able to hang with like these other wrestlers as well, like the match he had at Dragon Lee, literally this Sunday was great. Like he's good. I look at Dominic and I'm not scared. I'm not scared that he's gonna mess up. He does well. Like his character development has been great as well. Dominic can literally come to the ring and literally spoil things. He can literally come and spoil a match, and that's what you call great heel. That's what you call good character work. In terms of women, it's because I've seen her, because I saw her earlier in her career. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Lash Legend. She really surprised me this year a lot. I saw her in NXT UK, NXT UK taping, and when she was wrestling, she was missing a few things here and there, but as of recent, she's been good, man. Like the whole. I was telling Mekz that the whole big strong girl thing, she should definitely run that. That should be her bag, man. Like her like body slamming Otis, bro. That's stuff we need to be seeing, innit? Do you know what I mean? And even her speaking as well, she's good. She the Metaphor faction as well, also a fun faction as well. So she's amongst greatness, man. And next year will be a big year for her for sure, especially with the likes of Jade Cargill coming in. The black women that in WWE right now, or even in wrestling in general right now, it's lovely to see, man. Because I'm from the days where a black woman will be there, she's getting hit in the head with a guitar, or she's not even getting camera time, or she's been taken for some doofus, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? But the women now, like, they're respectable, they can all wrestle, they can do stuff. Like, it's nice to see, man. We've come a long way.
Yeah, no, definitely, man, definitely. And I think an honorable mention for me personally, I'd probably say Logan Paul. Just simply because he literally,
that's a good choice,
who has no background in wrestling, as literally holding down main events, and people like Rey Mysterio is trusting him in the ring. To me, that's incredible.
Him. I know this is last year, but him and Roman was an epic match.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey, that match was epic, but yeah, sorry, bro.
Yeah, man. Okay, do you know what? It just made me think actually, and we don't have to spend long on it, but I mean, what would you say has been a standout faction for you guys this year?
Gotta be the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day?
Gotta be. They've been incredible.
Okay, cool. Sire?
Bro, just throw me some factions. I'm burnt out. It's the end of the Christmas period. I've been working a million hours. My brain's gone. So you got Judgment Day, not Bloodline.
Bullet Club Gold.
Club Gold.
Bullet Club Gold.
I like Blackpool Combat Club, to be honest.
Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, they're
They
cool.
can be heel or babyface. It doesn't matter. They just come and just bang people up.
Don Callis family.
Don Callis family. Oh, that's big.
I think those are the most standouts, isn't it?
Or Don Callis family.
No. Out of the ones you just said, there's no one really else as in terms of like a faction. JLS.
Imperium.
Oh, Imperium. Okay.
Imperium. Trying to think what else is there.
No, I'll probably actually.
Bullet Club War Dogs.
Who?
Bullet Club War Dogs.
Oh, Bullet Club. Nah, I choose the Blackpool Combat Club because actually, this is the first time we've had a. Was it this year they turned heel? Ish.
Yeah.
So
against the Elite earlier on the year.
Yeah, so they turned heel on the Elite, and they've all had their own personal trajectory. So Daniel Bryan's had the best matches of the year for me. It's close with Will Ospreay. Claudio's got to feud with Eddie Kingston, which we've been waiting for however many years for, and we've got a proper trilogy now. Even I think 4. I think we've got 3 or 4 matches now because they're competing in the Classic, right? And then you've got John Moxley, who's completely what's that championship? The International Championship, right? Still being a badass and having a huge feud with Hangman Page. So he brought us still gory violence, but then he also brought prestige to that title at the same time. Yeah. Unfortunately, what happened, but I think that was getting close to like the standard of how we viewed the Intercontinental Championship. Like if he had a bit of a run with it from that moment. Yeah. So I would say because of those 3, and what's the other brother's name? He's there, in it.
Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, he slept on, man. He just needs a bit more direction. He's a bit whiny these days, isn't it? Walking around.
He just won the pure title back from Shibata. So
yeah.
Oh really?
That again.
Because Shibata has to go in it, but Shibata has to go in it away.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Anarfi, who's it for you? Would you say?
Sorry, remind me question again, bro.
Faction of the year.
Faction of the year. Yeah, Judgment Day, man. I definitely agree with Judgment Day. They've been very exciting this year, and there's that whole meme that trends a lot on Twitter where someone's cut a promo in the ring, and after you hear the Judgment Day, and after the person looks to the right, that just shows how much they've been outside for the whole year this year, man. So
yeah,
they've been doing well, man.
Cool.
That whole, I think the image of them having all the titles. I think they had the tag team titles, the North American title, and Rhea Ripley had the women's championship. That was a great image. That just shows
briefcase.
And the briefcase as well. That shows what type of year they've had in it. So
yeah,
definitely,
man. All right, cool. So the final question, man, and I just want to get one answer from all you guys. What is your bold prediction for 2024? Starting with Mekz. It's
prediction for 2024.
In a year's time, we might run this clip back and just see what actually came through.
My bold prediction in 2024: Sasha Banks is returning to WWE.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Sire.
I want to be positive, you know. I really do. Like, there's so much to be. I said bare positive shit about this year, so let me just say something which is kind of worrying me. It's not bold, but I feel like 3 big, don't know who they are, 3 big driving forces of AEW star power will leave because of the bullshit going on backstage. And that's going to, I hope it doesn't happen, but I just got this feeling like it's about to implode a little bit. So hopefully no. And that means we're seeing a lot of traffic towards WWE from AEW. I don't know how bold it is. It's just what I'm worried about. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Cool. Anarfi?
I think that Gunter will be the World Heavyweight Champion next year at Bash at Berlin. I think he's going to be champion. I think he's going to definitely be a champion. Yeah, Bash at Berlin is going to win the title there. Oh wait, let me not shoot myself in the foot. He's going to be a champion next year. A World Heavyweight Champion next year.
Yeah.
It's gonna go on a longer run than what we've got now.
So you're gonna
No one's
double
gonna-
up the Bash
And
of-
Roman.
I don't think. No, I mean longer run than what he's got now with Intercontinental.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. Like I feel like when Gunther holds that title, I can't see anyone beating him
Yeah.
unless they call upon flipping Obafemi in NXT. Even he will get thrashed. You know what I mean, fam? It's bro, it's a crisis, man. When he gets the title, it's peak still. It's
Yeah.
very peak. Very, very peak.
Ooh, that's wild, man. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out this evening to join the Mega Powers podcast. Before we go, man, would you mind just giving us your socials? How can people get in touch with you? Starting with Anarfi.
Obviously find us on Wresthings. Our DMs are always open, so drop us a DM or just at us and we'll swan back to you. Wresthings on all socials, Instagram. Find us on Spotify as well. If you want to talk to me personally, I'm on Twitter, Anarfi_FP. Was that it? Let me see. Yeah, Anarfi_FP or Anarfi on Instagram. Just hit me up on there.
Okay, cool. Mekz.
Yeah, mine is WrestleManiac UK on all platforms: Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And yeah, of course, Wresthings. You can catch us and the rest of the mandem.
All right. Yeah, shout out the rest of the mandem on Wresthings. And Sire.
Yeah, man. For all wrestling content, I guess, hip hop content, stick fighting content, me drinking content sometimes. I don't know. I'm just out here. Yeah. If you want to follow me, Reign of Sire, not Reign as in participation, but Reign as in REIGN of Sire. That's where you can catch me.
Wicked, man. So you can catch me and my boy DJ Magic J at the Mega Powers TV, and you can catch me on my personal socials at SKANDOUZ. This has been the Mega Powers end of year special. I want to big up my guests again: Wresthings, Anarfi, WrestleManiac Mekz, Reina Sire, and yeah. Until next time, man, I'm going to wish all our followers a happy new year, and we will join you on the other side back in 2024. So for one last time, guys, can we get the big Mega Powers handshake before we sign out? Yeah. Till next time. Peace.
Hello, wrestling fans. This is DJ Magic J with Scanduce, the hip hop original, and we are the Mega Powers TV. And what we're giving you is exclusive pro wrestling content. You get interviews, you get podcasts, and a whole bunch of other things. So just remember, peoples, like, comment, share, subscribe to your friends, your family, your enemies, and your loved ones. So just remember, we are the Mega Powers podcast TV, and we do everything else wrestling. The Mega Powers.
Two Mega Powers meeting here tonight.
The Mega Powers, brother.
The Mega Powers. Yeah. Mega Powers.